when I had a truck that I bought that the company was trying to sell and they couldn't sell it to anybody, so I bought it, and I wanted to run it. Actually, that was the second truck. The first truck I bought from our auction. It was called the Restroom Star because the guy had stayed in it and used it as a restroom. And I took about a month or two to clean it out, and it had a motor that ran really good, and bought tires for it. And I wanted to use it to pull the shower trailer and do stuff. You know, I knew what big trucks could do. And before we got the heavy duty portion of the business, Colin and I went and got our CDL so that it's always good to know what your employees are doing and know how to do it. So Dean showed us how to do all that. And then Dean would get a load for the tow company for our land haul trailers and for the 9-axle. And you have 3 or 4 other regular loads. And if you go on a weekend, then I'd say, hey, he would contract other owner operators, and I said, can I do one of those loads? And he'd say, yeah. And so he'd get paid the company, and then he'd pay me. And I did like 5 a year. And it was enough to pay the insurance and the registration for the big truck. That's about all I ever covered. And then I got to know Dean, and he was a really smart guy. We worked very well together. And so originally I was his boss, quote unquote. And then he was a little too frank with the CEO of the big company that acquired us. Told them which way the cow ate the cabbage and stuff, and the guy didn't like him and started giving him a hard time. And he went in with the comptroller of the company and bought a tow company and trucking business up in Reno, moved to Reno. And I had to put someone else in charge of the heavies. Then he came back from Reno, and we worked together a lot. We're within 6 months of the same age, so remember all the same things. And both of us are pretty unorthodox on how we do stuff. We don't ever call it a tow truck, we figure it out. Creative, yeah. Did I ever tell you when I went to Beaver with a load, and I was in my old truck, my old Western Star, and I slept overnight in the cabin at Burns, and I got up and the truck started, and it would not build up air. You know, you have to wait 5 or 10 minutes for it to build up air because that's how the brakes and a lot of things work that way. Wouldn't build up air. And I called Dean and I said, Dean, I guess I have to call a mechanic. This truck won't build up air. And he'd say, what motor is it? It's a cat motor. And I said, okay, open the hood. Go get a pretty big crescent wrench. You're going to need a big crescent wrench. So I had tools. I got a crescent wrench. And he said, see the thing that looks like an air compressor bolted to the side of the motor? I said, he said, well, there's these tubes coming out of it and this, and he explained what it looked like. And I said, oh, yeah. He says, you go down by the valve near the bottom there. And I thought, okay, I guess this is a pretty big crescent wrench for that. Take that tube off by that valve. He said, okay, turn the crescent wrench around and tap it twice. Pretty good thumps right there. What? So I did it, clunk, clunk. He said, now go see if it'll build air. Started up, built air right up. And I said, how did you do that? He said, all the trucks have a little water in the air. And when you drove up there, it was warm. And it froze last night. Probably one of the first cold places that truck's been. And there's this little deal in there that gets a little ice in it. And you just tap it and it breaks the ice loose and lets the valve close and build air. But he knew stuff like that. I mean, you know, I'd call him, he'd always figure something out. I'd tell him what was going on, and he'd say, oh, this is the problem. And he was right. The first truck he bought, he took the seat out and put his toolbox there and sat on his toolbox because he had to stop and work on his truck so much.